So this is the practical part. We have a real hand here. This is the thumb and this is the styloid process. How do we find it? Either with one finger or with several fingers. Here is the styloid process. And just behind the styloid process, we have the middle guan position. Just above it is the upper kun position. And below the middle position is the lower chai position. So that's how it is, the styloid process. The middle finger moves past it, feels the pulse. I add more fingers, greet the pulse, get to know its edges, the pulsation, the strength. I have to be sure that I'm on the vessel. And now we move on to examining the 12 positions. The middle finger is the active finger. I feel the pulsation. I press on the artery because it's the right hand. So in the middle position, I feel the spleen and the stomach. I press the artery and slowly release. Yin of the spleen is fairly okay. Check. I release further. There's a change. That's the yang of the spleen. Check. All right. I release further and I feel that the stomach position is tense. It's broad, so I could call it tensed. The middle position, I move my finger and feel something different. This is the upper zone position. I feel the pulsation. I press the vessel. I release. This is the lung position. Check, it's fairly okay. I release. I feel something different, and this is the large intestine position. And here the check plus. There is large intestine energy. It's a bit overactive. And now the lower position. We return to the middle position. Below is the lower position, the chi position. Here I will be feeling the pericardium and sanjiao positions. I feel the pulsation. I press. All fingers are resting, but only the middle finger is active. I press the artery. I release. I feel the pericardium. The pericardium is weakened. There should be more energy. How do I know that? Well, because I've examined quite a few pulses, and I encourage you to do the same. Practice. And as we feel changes, we compare them. So here we have a minus. I release further. I feel something different. The pericardium is also weak. Sorry. The pericardium was weakened. I release the pressure. I feel the sanjiao. It's also weakened. Okay. And in this way, we've examined 6, even 7 positions because there was both yin and yang of the spleen. We switch hands. I kindly ask the patient to change hands. Here is the other hand. On the patient's left hand in the middle position, that is just behind the styloid process, we examine the liver and gallbladder. There are heart and small intestine in the zun position. And in the lower position, we examine the kidneys and urinary bladder. Let's begin. Styloid process. Pulsation. Middle position. We know it's large. I press, release. I feel yang, yin, liver, yin. It's okay. I release. I feel something else. Liver yang is a bit tense. We can call it tensed and continue releasing further. And the gallbladder, the energy of the gallbladder is a bit, I feel too much yang, a kind of overstimulated. So I mark it as a plus. Okay, middle position. I move to the upper kun position. I move on. I feel something different. This time I'm examining with my index finger. I told you about this. We can choose either the middle finger or the index finger, and I examine the upper position, the zun position. I feel a pulsation. I press, release, and feel the energy of the heart. Check minus. I release and feel something different. Small intestine. Check minus. Middle position, and I move to the lower position, so on this hand. On the left hand, I examine the kidneys and bladder. There is a pulsation. I press, release. Check plus. So kidney energy is check plus, a bit stronger than it should be, but generally okay. I release. The energy of the bladder is fine. Maybe a bit tense. And so we have a picture of the pulse, and I identify the positions that are deficient. Those are the ones that interest me the most. Which ones were deficient? The deficient ones were the pericardium, sanjiao, heart, and small intestine. Let's look at the diagram. All the positions are within the fire element, so I can decide to strengthen the fire element and, for example, use small intestine 5. This is the point that strengthens fire the most out of all the points, but it could be any fire point. There are many possibilities. We can use points located on the upper part of the torso, the head. They also strengthen the Shen of the fire element. I think we'll do small intestine 5. A thin needle in red color. We strengthen the fire and look for the small intestine 5 point. 4, 5. Small intestine 5. A reinforcing technique, a yang type technique. We are strengthening the fire. The energy changes instantly. Let's wait a while for functional and structural changes to take place. I remove the needle and check the positions I wanted to strengthen. So on the left hand, the heart and small intestine are already noticeably stronger, and I also wanted to strengthen the pericardium and sanjiao. Let me have the other hand, please. Thank you. I check the lower position, the chi position, and it is also clearly palpable now. As I mentioned, the most important thing is to find the weakest links in the whole system. And that's exactly what examining the 12 pulse positions is for.